Hello, hello, Annan here. I am incredibly excited and have to forcefully retain myself here because I am bringing you my favorite build in Wizard of Legend today, and I have been looking forward to this for a long time. It's just that I've come up with an absolute crap ton of ideas, of build ideas, of challenge ideas lately, and I really just wanted to pump them out. Mostly to have them out of my brain. Today's build. Man, I have to retain myself and not to get too excited. I like to call Iceblock melee combo. Or, alternatively, Bulwark melee combo, Icy Bulwark melee combo, Bulwark melee combo madness, or simply Super Smash Bros. Brawl, because quite frankly this build is a combo build and it makes me feel like I'm playing a very high skill character in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, where I just keep stringing abilities together in various ways to achieve various different things and having different combinations. I have been playing this build for a long ass time. It is undeniably my favorite build in this game and will probably forever remain. Unless you somehow change my mind on that, which I doubt you can. I don't really know how to approach this, quite frankly, because I cannot stress this enough. My excitement is indefinite right now. I am really looking forward to play this build, introduce it to new people, and show it off, first and foremost. I think this build is completely broken. It is ridiculously strong in any given situation. It works anywhere, anytime. It has damage, it has crowd control in various different ways, pulling, pushing, or just controlling, keeping stunned in players, you know, that kind of thing. It has easy sustainability, survivability. It scales insanely well, even in a looped run. This build is quite ridiculous. It is insane in boss rush. It is great in the regular run, which I believe are called Chaos Trials. Like, who actually gives a shit what they're called now? I don't. I know that. It has anything you could possibly ask for. Oh yeah, I forgot mobility. And, no, I had survivability. Alright. Let's get into it. The build idea here is going to be that we are going to be playing a combo build, stringing together different Arcana. Let me reiterate on that, in case that wasn't clear enough. To achieve a variety of different things. For example, first we go into offense, then defense. Or both at the same time, or defense then defense then offense. Whatever, really. Whatever suits the situation, we got something for any particular kind of need out there. Even if it's just as simple as dodging, mobility, staying alive, and then striking with a bunch of damage with all of your vengeance. We are gonna be going for the Venture Robe, as I personally believe this is the best rope for combo builds. Temper Robe sure is nice if you need 5% extra cooldown reduction, but I don't think we will be needing that. Personally, I feel like the Venture Robe is a lot more fun. It gives you more damage, 10% cooldown reduction on everything, and a bunch of run speed, but therefore decreases your max health by 200, meaning that you are a lot more squishy, which I honestly view as an advantage, personally, because it makes the run more challenging. Much more challenging. If you have something like Double Trouble, you take double damage or quadruple damage, and so on and so forth, and you get hit by a crit, for example, you might just die in a hit. Right? It's ridiculous. It's great. It's fun. Playing an overpowered as fuck build that allows you to destroy anything, any and everything, and survive at the same time, while also being a glass cannon, so dying in 1, 2, 3, or 4 hits. It feels fantastic. I love it. I think it's an added benefit. It's just much more of a rush, personally, to me. For a starting item, we are going for probably my favorite item in this game. It's very spicy. In fact, It is the Spice Rack. Using an Arcana of a different element reduces the cooldown of the previously used Arcana. And as you can probably tell, we are using Arcana of 4 different elements. So the Spice Rack is gonna be activated non-stop. All the freaking time, a lot more cooldown reduction on everything. I love it. It's fantastic. It is essential. It's absolutely crucial to any combo build using different Arcana. And it's the reason, it's kind of the basis of this build, let's be fair, that I am gonna be using 4 different elements. Let's get into the Arcana. We got a bunch of more spicy choices here. For our basic, what else could it possibly be? We got Air Spinner, my favorite basic in this game, which is insanely versatile. Oh yeah, versatility obviously is important in a combo build, no shit. Having a bunch of melee damage, being very fast, being AoE around your character, you can destroy projectiles, the upgrade is fantastic. It's just fantastic, all around very, very strong. For our dash, bit of a shocker here, we are not gonna be using Entangling Vines, which is my favorite dash in this game. I know, surprising. We are instead gonna be using Ignition Rush, which is an Arcana that fits a lot better into this kind of build. It is quite versatile, it brings you a bit of damage, bunch of CC pushing enemies away, enemies you run into that is, or that run into you. Burning them, which means they won't be attacking all that much for a few seconds, and they will be taking a small chunk of damage to their health bar. And that's about it, really, but it's great. It works well in this build, trust me. Entangling Vines may be fantastic, and it might have conquered my heart, but Ignition Rush just works much better in this build. In my opinion, anyway. You can use a lot of different dashes here, though. It really doesn't matter what dash you use, as long as it's a different element, so you get the absolute maximum out of your Spice Rack. I like min-maxing, and this build is just an absolute characterization of what I love in gaming, what my playstyle is, my personal playstyle, and what I just enjoy doing. The next Arcana is the Arcana this whole build is based on, and it's my favorite Arcana in this game by a landslide. It is Iceblock, also known as Permafrost Bulwark. You encase yourself in a layer of ice, like Freya, rendering yourself unable to do anything. However, you will be invulnerable for the duration. And right after, it has a neat AoE and a great animation, by the way, dealing an absolute chunk of damage, absolute boatload of 55 damage that can crit, by the way. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. So, not only is this incredibly defensively effective, but also offensive at the same time. You saw it crit there for 82 damage using the Venture Robe. Oh my god, that was amazing. Whew. I'm really having trouble to contain myself. Apologies. I have to make myself talk slowly here and try to stay calm and be informative instead of just rambling on and on and on about how much I love these Arcana. Finally, to tie everything together, quite literally, we got the Astral Dissonance Chaos Arcana, which, as you can tell, is pretty much all the Arcana classes in this game, or categories rather, being Mobility, CC/AoE, Melee, and Projectile. So it gets buffed by pretty much anything in this game, which makes it all the more ridiculous. On top of that, it's a jump, so it will make you invulnerable for the duration, giving you iframes. It allows you to move away from things, jump over holes, group up enemies, and then push them away afterwards. There's a short delay after using the jump before enemies are pushed away, so you have a shitload of time to do other things while the enemies are still stuck in place and unable to do anything. It deals decent damage. The signature is good. I wouldn't say great, but it is certainly good. Man, this Arcana is fucking broken as shit. And on top of everything already, it's a lot like Thunderdrop. Is it called Thunderdrop? I believe it's called Thunderdrop, where it's a jump Arcana, but you can also stand still and press it, which will result in just awesomeness, really. So if I'm spawning in a room with a bunch of enemies around me, and they take a while to get to me, I might as well stand still, wait on them, and then just use it safely instead of accidentally, like as is with most jump Arcana for unexperienced users, I might just accidentally jump somewhere completely else and fuck up my combination. No, this Arcana has an absolute foolproofness. It is so ridiculous. Just so broken. Alright. In terms of combinations, we got the, I would say the default combination being Astral Dissonance into Iceblock for a hefty chunk of damage, and freezing our enemies. Look at our cooldowns. They're still frozen, and we got it back up. And they're frozen again, and we got it back up. You need a teeny tiny bit of extra cooldown reduction to make it work flawlessly. Just like 10%, I believe. I do not know by heart. Maybe Tempo Robe is actually enough, but I like having the damage and the run speed. It just makes me feel a lot better. And the Venture Robe just looks a lot cooler in my opinion. I think we're gonna go Shadow Robe on this one. Just to look even cooler, I guess. Yep, definitely looking cool. Alright, we have a more advanced combination, which always pretty much involves Ignition Rush. You can use Ignition Rush with your basic, for example. You can use Ignition Rush even with Iceblock to become a ridiculous looking burning block of ice. Yes, it pushes enemies away, so be careful. If you actually need the damage from Iceblock, you should probably not be using Ignition Rush, because it's gonna push enemies away from you before you can actually deal any damage. The same counts for a more advanced combo, being something like Signature, Ignition Rush into Signature into Iceblock. Depending on what you need, you can, like if you need maximum damage, actually do this kind of combo. If you don't need maximum damage, you will be fine doing something like this into Signature to just make him burn, take a bunch more damage, and keep your Ice Block for a defensive purposes. Like you really have a lot of variety here, and it's kind of hard for me to explain that to someone. Let's just go through them, okay? So default combo for damage, something like Signature into Ice Block, very simple. And then afterwards you can regroup, or you can do something like this and keep enemies at bay. A more advanced combo, which I more rarely use, is something like this into Ice Block. So enemies take a little more damage, but you're also a lot safer doing it. It's basically just this combo. Sorry, it's basically just Ignition Rush into Signature. And the Ice Block after usually doesn't deal full damage because enemies are pushed away beforehand, but it keeps you safe. So there's a guarantee you won't be taking any damage for a short duration. You could combo Ignition Rush into Ice Block, which I basically never do, but you can do it. I just don't like it personally. You can combo Ignition Rush into your Air Spinner. You can combo your Signature into Air Spinner since enemies are locked in place for a while afterwards and unable to do anything. You can even do some weird shit like this. There I just used Signature into Air Spinner like twice and then Ice Block. You can do some very advanced techniques that I basically never do because my brain is just not that huge, sorry. Like Ignition Rush, and then when it's about to time out, I couldn't do it there. So you Ignition Rush, you wait for it to be almost timed out, then jump onto your enemies. Then during the jump it will time out, and then you can Ice Block to freeze them as well and try to get the full Ice Block damage. Like there, I think I did it just there, but I missed the fucking Ice Block again. Let me try again. Right, good enough, good enough. I got more Ice Block damage out of that, more value. I like min-maxing. This build feels like min-maxing. Alright. enough rambling, enough explanations. I think you are getting a hold of it. So let's go. And well, what is the intended build playstyle for this? It's a combo build. So just do whatever the fuck you feel like, really. You can be aggressive, defensive, in any situation. You can choose your own playstyle. You can be insanely aggressive with this, especially in boss rush, especially in late game. Potential problems of this build, there are not many, though there's a few. Mostly revolving around late game and being impatient. As you probably know me by now, having watched my videos, or you may not know, I am not very patient in this game. I like to be incredibly aggressive at the cost of just dealing damage like 10 seconds earlier, or even just a few seconds earlier. I like to watch my health bar go all the way down and then beat the game at that. It's just fun, in my opinion. It's a rush, it's adrenaline, everything's involved. It's just, it feels a lot more enticing, I think is the right word here. So if you're incredibly aggressive, this is just a great build for you. However, in the late game, when you have a lot of cooldown reduction, a lot of damage, but you also take like double, quadruple, or even more damage, be careful with your basic combination. B into Y, aka signature, into standard, aka Astral Dissonance into Icy Bulwark. It's a little dangerous because sometimes you may get the timing wrong just a little. It may just be off for a little and then you die because you get absolutely slaughtered because after the jump maybe you were too slow on the Iceblock and you didn't have iframes for like a second, a tick, a frame, whichever really. And then you die to phase 3 Surah combo, for example. So you should absolutely jam the respective other button while alternating in between. So when I'm jumping, I am spamming the ice block for the entirety of the jump, and then when I'm in the ice block, I spam the entirety of the jump. So I jump right afterwards, and there's absolutely not a single tick nor frame where I can take damage during this whole schmug. You absolutely want to get a hold of more jump Arcana. It's like with the bunny ear build, it's just added benefits. It's ridiculous. You want a little more cooldown reduction so you can infinite this combo, and you want a shitload of damage. Preferably you want double turmoil, which is insanely broken on this build, and it's the only build I really play it on. It's double cooldown reduction, aka halving your cooldowns, but also you take double damage, and you really want items that give you more damage. Anything goes, including something like that one item that gives you 20% extra damage, but you can't charge your signature anymore. That's perfect for this build. I don't care much for signature charge. You can build on this whatever you like. Anything goes. Absolutely any and everything. From crit to defense to fucking full signature, full damage, low health, revive build. Just pure cooldown reduction, sustainability, full basic build with fucking anything. Absolutely anything. Alright? Enjoy. Have fun. Just have a good time. And I think that about sums it up. Just have a good time, right? However you choose to do it, I feel like we can all stand behind that statement. Let's just get into it. I don't think I have any much more to say here. God, I'm so thrilled. For how long have I been talking? I don't know. It must have been like 20 minutes by now. Oh, you can, by the way, you can also use this very well in multiplayer, in boss rush, and during these, what I like to call challenge runs, where you pick one of these items as your second start item. Let's get into it. Maybe, can we skip shoe? Yes, we can. Let's do it. I don't want any unnecessary challenge here. I don't generally want to have the distress of having to fight Shu on a run. Just have a chill time instead. Am I having frame issues? Am I having graphics issues? Things are looking a little odd right now. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Ooh, something like Airy Cloak is ridiculous. Grey Canvas is also very good. Just chance to evade while dashing, it's pretty damn good. But since Iceblock is my favorite Arcana in this entire game, I want to get the upgrade right away. Whenever I can, I will absolutely prefer that upgrade over everything else. As I believe it is fucking broken, beyond belief. The damage on it is redonkulous. Oh, and the versatility, again. While I'm playing, pay attention to the cooldown reduction. Or rather, my cooldowns in general. Alright, that was a bunch of advanced combos there. So I did use Ignition Rush into my main combo there because of getting rid of the evade there on the knight. Since it's a lot more easy to do that way, more convenient, and on top of all that, of course he takes a lot more damage from fire attacks. But I dashed out right away, right after, as to not take damage. Because you will, with this kind of advanced combination. As the Iceblock usually isn't reliable when you combine it with Ignition Rush, and it will push enemies away, i.e. they will be able to attack you right after coming out of everything. So you should always dash away right after. Same there, as you could tell, didn't take any damage from that. Just timing the Iceblock and the jump properly, so neither the big guy nor the summoner can actually hit me. Same there. You always have a bit... Like, that was actually quite a great example, because I used the jump and then I waited a little while, because had I used the Iceblock while in the jump, or right after, I should say, the big guy, the Stomper, definitely would have hit me. Absolutely would have hit me. So I just waited a little while after coming out of my signature in order for the Stomper to start jumping, and then I ice blocked. Just in time to dash... Sorry, just in time to dodge all of the attacks on all the enemies simultaneously. See there? That's why I dashed. I'm just using Ignition Rush here to beat him up faster, just deals a bunch more damage. Man, this build is so interactive, I love it. Are we through? I think we're through. I believe we are through. As per usual, Summoner is a piece of shit boss. As with all melee builds. However, if you do have the Iceblock upgrade, you can just jump him while also destroying all the orbs around him. It's fantastic. I am considering picking up the Monocle here, since it's slightly more damage. I'm not the biggest fan of crit chance, though. I love getting the Taddy. It's great. So, what? Is it 8%, 5%, 10%? Something around that. Maybe 10. Firestone is also great. It's a great piece to this because it's a melee build, so it works during your Ice Block, it works during this. It's just overall very nice. It's an absolute belittling, teeny tiny fucking non-impressive amount of extra damage. However, this shit ramps up in every room. It is absolutely amazing in this build. This is the greatest value you can get out of this shitty item, alright? It basically does no damage. It has a very annoying orbit, in my opinion. Like, the range is a bit too big for Arcana that pull enemies in. Oh my god, another stone. It's one of those runs. I love stones. This is the only build I actually appreciate all items on. Oh, bonus for something like Ignition Rush. You can destroy paintings on the wall much easier. Be wary that if you freeze the big guys and you attack them, they will immediately attack. Like, not even half a second after. So you should always dash away into safety instead. That right there was a little bit of a risky timing, but I was rather aware, rather sure that I would kill them. I was quite confident there. I don't know what I was gonna... I don't know what I was gonna do, let's be honest. Man, this damage. I don't even have a damage up and I feel fucking fantastic due to the stones. When was the last time you actually felt overpowered because of having stones? Jesus Christ, man. The kidney stones of doom. I love them. But only in this build. Many other builds, they just ruin combinations. I wonder whether this would have been faster had I not basicked the summoner or mage, but instead just walked into him with this and the stone. Because I felt like I pushed him away from all the damage, all the fire damage. Come over here. Oh my god, the stone. The stone actually kind of ruined that play, but that was cool anyway. That timing, though. I do not know by heart whether the barrier actually destroys projectiles. I don't think it does, but I don't really recall. Oh my god, we got it. We got it. Whew, I love it. I love it so much. Probably... I would have probably re-recorded the entire thing had I not found this. What is the correct tense here? Would I not have found it in this run? I mean, the run isn't over. It has just begun. I don't honestly know what the correct wording here would be. What the hell? What was that alcohol all about? I evaded something there. Or did the enemy evade? No, the enemy evaded. I'm pretty sure they did. Man, also, Journal is fantastic in a combo build because you will rarely ever even risk taking damage. It's great. Just awesome. Same as Cleats. We are only using one movement Arcana. Effectively, Ignition Rush doesn't deal any damage, I believe. It just burns. The upgraded version of this is also very fun. It works very well. It becomes a combo, like an actual decent, viable combo when you combine it with your signature. You don't even need Iceblock for that to deal decent damage. Alright, let's get more Arcana, shall we? Oh man, I'm just having a fantastic time right now. I don't actually know whether he can give you an upgraded version of your Arcana. I'm gonna be getting these two, I think. Since I like the idea of having to do nothing to deal some damage. Sounds great. Now, trading it this early means that we won't be having a potential doctor trait later for an item. That's okay, I guess. Just keep spamming your shit, but do it wisely. Do it in combinations that are likely to not leave you out in the open without iframes. You want to combo in a way that assures that, or that pretty much guarantees that you won't take any damage during the combo, even if you're playing recklessly. And that just takes experience, from my knowledge. It takes a boatload of experience. Alright, I took 5 damage there, 1 tick, because I couldn't kill fast enough. Now imagine that on someone like Sora, and you might see yourself getting into quite a bunch of trouble when you have something like double trouble, double turmoil, and so on and so forth. I waited slightly longer there because of the knight again. He was a little too far away, definitely could have hit me. God, I love it. I just... look at this. It deals double damage and has so much more AoE and more freeze potential. It is so good. It deals immediate damage when anything walks into those little things. Let's do this. It's not enough by itself, but man, the damage. I don't have any damage items besides Soccer Cleats, which doesn't affect Iceblock, so that's probably why. I don't really feel like using, like, getting rid of the Ball Lightning here because, oh, Light Shock Agent, whatever the fuck it's called, because it's Lightning Arcana, which is an element we don't have, and it is autonomous. It's kind of a hard word, gotta be honest. Autonomous. Kind of hard to pronounce. Meaning that, obviously I can just deploy it and leave it, and I don't have to worry for it at all. Yeah, it might just die right away. Oh, the immaculate timing. Oh, also, another nice thing about this build in general, not only can you completely bypass evasion on enemies, but also you can completely bypass things like an Earthen Knight Shield or a Fire Knight Shield, as I did just there. And Mimics are a joke as well. Thieves still mean trouble. Or business, rather. Thieves are very dangerous. So, if you actually fuck up a combo against someone like Phase 3 Sora or Thieves, you will definitely find yourself in a bunch of trouble. As you can see right there, sometimes it's better to not move at all. In order to play this build, you don't need like a shitload of knowledge, but you definitely need basic knowledge of enemies and their timings on attacks. Like, yeah. Unfortunately, these stones tend to fuck these kind of rooms up by pushing enemies back when I am trying to deliberately let them come to me, grouping them up so I can combo them away and just kill them right away. But no, the stones actually push the enemies away there. They held them at bay. Means that I have to delay my combo, not just blow all the load all at once, but one by one. Alright. I really like Token of Doom. I definitely think we should be getting that. Hopefully we find maybe a Robe upgrade. The Robe upgrade is not the greatest thing here. We don't really care much for that. Oh, another nice thing about Astral Dissonance, which I kind of forgot to mention. Should you ever come across a chest, like the elemental chests that you need certain elements for to crack the chest, like if there's earth on it, for example, you need to attack it with an earth arcana, then with fire, then whatever. Chaos counts as any element. Any and all elements. So yeah, in case you needed any more benefits, there you go. You quite often see me deliberately timing things so that I can just dodge something while absolutely not moving at all, essentially. And also killing the enemy at the same time. This is what I consider incredibly risky playstyle, because I rely on my own timing, on me timing the iframes in a way that allows me to not die. I strongly recommend not playing that way. If you're new to the game, don't even try. You are gonna fail. You need to know the ins and outs. You really know. You really have to know exactly what you're doing. I love the what's it called? The Boots of Celerity. It's kind of a neat item. Oh my god, I'm stuttering again. It's the excitement this time. It's not that I don't know what to say. It's just I have too many things on my mind right now. Love this upgrade, by the way. I'm not getting it just yet because I might find the Claws of Turmoil. However, let's get back on the Boots of Celerity. I think it's a great item. Very underrated. If you actually play a build with plenty of dashes, with plenty of charges on your dash, or if you use like a Chaos Dash, for example, I think it's fucking awesome. And I kind of want to make a build around it. I kind of already have a build around it. I just need to playtest that thing. I am not 100% sure it's actually playable. Looking at our gold here, I think the absolutely insurmountable number down there clearly speaks for itself. Not only is Journal of Midas incredibly fucking broken, even as a starting relic, this thing is fucking nuts. But also, I basically don't take any damage at all playing this build. Ever, pretty much. And when I do, I perish quite fast. It's usually on someone like Freya, where I just overcommit, or here where I kinda have to deliberately dash into the pit as to not be hit by a deadly combo of attacks. I was not expecting one of the thieves to jump off of the ledge there into the pit. However, I can't lie, that was quite a nice outcome. Made me look a lot less like an idiot, let's put it that way. Because that was clearly a misplay, right? That was clearly a play born from impatience, right? Born from a stupid idea that I could bait them into the same spot and then combo them. But then they actually did something else. They used a different attack. And that's how things ended up. 1,000 gold. We cracked 1,000 gold. My god. What a run. What a fantastic run. And this map is fucking huge. Can we find green, please? Can we find the shop? Alright, there we go. Thank you. Just gotta ask nicely, see? Okay, we got a bunch of shit in here. We can't even stack these items. Oh, man, this sucks. I would love to stack items, but nope, we cannot. So let's get the upgrade. Spinner spins 2 discs at once for twice the damage. Oh my god, I love it. It's so good. All of the upgrades of all of the Arcana I'm gonna be using in this build are fucking awesome. And it really goes to show. Okay, I think we're done. Don't think I care about the 1% here. My favorite way to play this is... Did I just stutter? I don't even know. It felt like stuttering. My favorite way to play this is to go for pure damage or pure defense. I used to do that a lot. I feel like this build trivializes flaws specifically. Not so much bosses, but also bosses, obviously, to a certain degree. However, if you play like Phase 3 Sora, you are going to struggle, even on this build. Try to abuse something like the shield from Tidal Blast, or the fact that she will usually chain attacks into the like ranged toss fireballs attack, which means that I can stand inside of her and just ice block, or I can stand inside of her and just move slightly and the attack will go the other way and she will completely miss me and I will be standing inside of her and not taking any damage. Be able to just play much more aggressively. I am really glad we got Tidal Blast in this run. I feel like this Arcana is insane. It gives you a shield, it gives you huge coverage, huge area of effect, projectile destruction. As a signature, it's not very good, however, it's still insanely strong. Why am I not using the portal here? Because I'm an idiot. Just ignore that fact, please. Thanks. That'd be great. Tidal Blast allows us to play even more aggressively, way more aggressively. And there it is. The awesome double trouble, thanks, probably, to our lovely Token of Doom. Yeah, what I did just there is greed. Just pure greed, don't do that. Don't engage when you don't have neither Iceblock nor Astral Dissonance. You are gonna be in quite a bunch of trouble against those guys because, as you might know, they split. And these boys split very fast into quite a bunch of enemies, which hit you for double damage. With your lovely double trouble and other damagey shenanigans. I was really trying to press B there, but I just fumbled it and pressed the wrong button. I didn't mean to do Tidal Blast there. That could have gone very bad very quickly. That lone projectile trying to haunt me there. I feel like the game is really telling me to die right now. Which I refuse to do. I mean, yeah, that could have gone very badly, arguably. However, at least that slight mistake didn't get punished too harshly. I know what I'm doing, okay? I really do. I won't be taking much more than 50 damage per attack. Unless the enemies get incredibly lucky and crit on me, which I feel like basically never happens in this game. So you don't really have to account for that. Try to dodge multiple times. As to not accidentally run into any projectiles you didn't account for example. Just use Tidal Blast there to clean up the mess of projectiles that might come towards me. I'm aware that it may be looking like I'm playing like a doofus right now. However, I assure you that it was simply a mistake that I pressed the wrong button at the wrong time, which I accidentally did. And I still regret that. It was quite painful. I'm not sure if Covert Ops works with Iceblock, so if I guard an attack, it's not the same as blocking an attack. technically, as evading attack, so I don't think this works with Iceblock. In fact, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm not 100% sure on that. We could go Idealist's scorecard, which is a little too late, unless we were looping, which unfortunately I'm not going to be doing today. I do not want to make this run any longer than it already is. Whimsical is fucking fantastic. I love myself a good Whimsical. It really is not needed at all. It just trivializes things to the point where you only press signature and things die. You can kill entire rooms just pressing one button. Always try to jump to a point where there's the maximum number of enemies you can hit. And preemptively attack for these black guys, because my god are they a pain in the ass. They are just far too fast if you only attack when they are standing inside of you, because they will absolutely be faster than you. It doesn't really matter what Arcana you play. Even an Iceblock sometimes loses to those black guys if they are standing right up against you. Try to not attack those thieves from the front, alright? Because they might just teleport behind you and kill you right away. So what I did just there, try to avoid that. Don't do that. He probably wouldn't have killed me, let's be fair, that he's gonna do like maximum of 80 damage or something. So I was pretty safe there. Play very slowly against Lancers, since they are probably the most dangerous enemy in this game. They are insanely unpredictable, and I wouldn't say reactive, I would say they are just numb in the brain or something. They seem to be doing random shit at random times. It is very confusing as to how they work. To me, anyway. There was the dreaded Thieves attack. Just wait it out, I don't want to take damage from the AoE there. I strongly recommend not doing that either. Just use your B to get rid of explosive barrels, as it is completely safe. Whereas Iceblock is just very dangerous. I'm just gonna use additional Arcana here, because I do not want the trouble that is that room. Usually when you get double trouble, at this point you are gonna be taking 50 damage, roundabout, per attack. Unless enemies crit on you, in which case you're gonna be taking up to 100, I believe, which is rather rare. Let's be honest, you won't usually be taking 100 damage from an attack. It's usually gonna be 50. So I strongly rely on that. Playing just very aggressively. You shouldn't. If you want to win your run, don't. Just don't. But to me, it's very fun. It's an added challenge. Just being reckless with my health. Berserkers is kinda neat, but I don't want to take damage in the first place, so nice try, get fucked. This is 3-2, so we definitely do not need Token of Doom anymore. Graduation Cap won't be doing shit. Gyroscopic is okay. Think we can actually use that. Vine Mail might be fucking terrible. I'm considering getting Equilibrium here. Equilibrium seems fantastic. It's insane damage. However, then my Iceblock damage just gets eradicated. Glass Cannon should do just as well. How much is it? Like 20%, 30%? I don't know. It's a lot. Maybe 25? Well, we got 7 Arcana, so it's... Is it 5% per Arcana? Is it like 2% per Arcana? I don't know. The cooldown reduction, however, is great. I would love some of that cooldown reduction, to be honest. I don't really have sufficing cooldown reduction in this run. Like, I didn't find any so far. Let's be honest, Golden Armor of Envy is literally just you win. Like, it's an absolute free win button. Whereas these two are incredibly risky and rather low reward. I am considering just getting the armor here. I think I will. I don't need to risk this run any more than I already did. Speaking of taking risks, eh? Okay, let's wait. And go. Na, na, na. That's deliberately not take a healing potion here. Cooldown reduction! Thank you very much. I kind of want to look like a teddy bear, I'm gonna be honest. Am I gonna get am I gonna get the teddy bear? A journal is awesome. You can stack it with other items, which is pretty much the only reason I'm keeping it. I don't know. I don't know, my friend. I don't know. Man, these prices are still low as fuck. I mean, 225 for a gyroscope is ridiculous, but other than that, 125 for an on-sale graduation cap, that's pretty okay. Not that bad, actually. Man, I don't know what I want to be doing here. I could be going for Divine Mail. Like, Whimsical Explosion, for example, is completely useless, essentially. Rubber Raincoat is okay, allows me to play much more aggressively into Sora. I really don't need Whimsical, except against Sora. And I kind of want to look like a teddy bear. Let's do that. Let's look like a teddy bear. At least for now, right? We don't need healing pots. We don't want that shit here. I would rather die against Freya than buy a fucking healing pot. Okay. I think I'm keeping Tidal Blast here. Oh, I'm not used to the boss intro. Usually I would have cast my stuff in boss rush. Thanks to our trustful Robe there. Being the probably best defensive item in the game, Airy Cloak. It just, man, like, you really notice when you are not having this item. You really do, because you can play so much less aggressively. Okay, let me rephrase that. You can play nearly as aggressively as with the item. It is night and day. Man, you really are having fun with my lightning balls, aren't you? Jeez. Calm down. I'm playing extra risky. Just a side effect of having a good time, I guess. Thanks for even more money. Totally needed that money. When everything is perfect to be looping, which we are certainly not going to be doing. Man, I would love to, but it's not going to happen. This recording is like, what, an hour long already? Right, we toss the Midas, and we get Deafening Symbols. And this, because it stacks, it's one of the rare stacking items that you basically never see, or usually don't have the access money to pick up. I like Teddy Bear. I don't think this works. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Pinwheel is okay. It's good damage. Why can't we buy Lightning Aspect when I have the enhanced version literally in my fucking Inventory. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't think I'll be using tile here. Maybe I will. It allows me to play more aggressively. But I can pop this to deal a little bit of contact damage. Do I need the wind damage? Do I want it? I kinda do. I don't want to toss my teddy bear, man. Celerity is kinda neat. Oh, well, I guess we toss celerity and just go for it. Alright, Mr. Sura. Mr. Master Sura. Mr. Master Sura. Mr. Master Sura. Just stand inside of him. What do you mean that doesn't work? We have literal evasion madness when taking damage once. I'll try to do it here. And there we go. Didn't even have a particularly huge amount of damage. Had I had more damage in this run, I fucking would have destroyed that guy. I mean, these two are good enough together. It's a bunch of damage, and then Soccer Cleared is okay, but really wasn't Teddy Bear the carry in this run all along. Right, as per usual, let me drop all my shit. And by as per usual, I mean as of recently. As of recently? As of recently? I don't know how to put it. Who cares, man? Words. Words. That was great. I know I've been quite obnoxious, bro, over the course of this run. And I've been quite talkative about this build because, you know, for obvious reasons. Aforementioned reasons. I hope you could learn something, or even just find a fucking great build. Maybe learn how to make a combo build. Anything, really. I don't give a shit. Whatever the takeaway of this video may be, to you personally, out there. I don't really have a default outro here. I suppose my default outro so far has been good night, good day, wherever you are. Thanks for watching. And goodbye. See you next time.